Hello.
Welcome back to Don't Feck Friday.
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 It's going to be fun.
This'll be a blast.
Yo.
Yo, what up?
We back, boys and girls.
Let's fucking go. Oh
Fucking go.
my god! Welcome back. Ooh, I can't. I gotta go this way. All right, ready. Woo. Welcome back to Dump Fact Friday, everybody. I hope you're excited. I hope you're happy to be here. I sure am. I am Chesh, your master debater, host over on Debate Hub Official. If you're interested in more, educational content where we have professionals showing up to talk about, think of it like Joe Rogan, but with actual professionals. Manya is here today with us. I know she's got a stream tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. But how are you?
Don't die. I was telling Chesh, I was just like, I lost my brain wrinkles this week because we had an audit, 2-day audit, and my brain wrinkles are lost. We have another audit next week, and then in June and July we have like a proper safe quality food audit. And
Which is
the
be
company
busy.
yeah, and they're just like, yeah, we'll come in like, either July, August, September, plus minus 30 days. And I'm just like, huh? Can you just say any month of the whole year? Like, plus minus 30 days, guys. And my brain's just like, I
Plus
need
minus
respite.
an entire month.
30 days. Yeah.
Yahoo.
So I was like, I need respite. I need distraction. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm a bit quiet. Am I?
No, I fixed you. It was on my end.
Okay,
I
cool.
just made an adjustment. You're good. So,
Yeah.
we got a lot of things to talk about. It's been a while since we've been on a stream together where we're just, piss talk, like taking the piss.
Taking a piss. Yeah. Time to
Not
take a piss,
a
I guess.
piss, taking the piss.
No piss? Okay. Not the nature's call? Okay, got it.
No!
See, this is Comeback Friday, everyone.
Welcome,
Quite apparent,
welcome.
isn't it?
Mm.
It's gonna be fun.
So one of the things that we have talked about on Dumpback Friday in the past that has had a little bit of an update was Andrew Tate. So Andrew Tate was moved out of pressure from the White House, the United States of American government. They got Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate out of Romania and into Florida, which Ron DeSantis wasn't fucking happy about. Nobody told him.
Of course, no one told him.
Governor Florida man was not too happy about that, and shame for him. But they were proceeded to be immediately arrested for sex trafficking in Florida.
Oh.
Because of course they were. Something about a leopard not changing its spots, I guess.
Or a dog not straightening its tail. Yeah, we have a saying back home about that. Yeah. So with Andrew Tate, what's been happening is he has a case going on in Romania also. So I guess
And the UK. The Romania
And the
case
UK.
isn't over, by the way. He was just allowed
it's
to
not.
leave. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to go back and attend it. And so what it sounds like to me is they're stuck in Florida. Not Florida, sorry. And then whatever comes out of it, it will take some time.
Mm-hmm.
They might go to jail for it or may not, right? But it will take some time. Then they have to go to Romania. They have to finish the stuff there, and they might get charged there or not charged there. If they get charged there and they are, they're found guilty, they will have to spend some jail time there. And then now there has been an agreement between Romania and UK apparently that after the Romania stuff gets over, they'll get extradited to UK for the stuff that's going on in UK. These motherfuckers are set for life. They are not escaping this. So anyone who follows them or looks up to them or anything like that, good luck.
Are you embarrassed yet? I feel like this is going to be a common themality today. Is going to be the wheels of justice turn very slowly, very slowly. So, speaking of, we also have an update for Nick Rakita from a month ago.
Oh, Nick Rakita.
Yeah,
Okay,
Rakeda got sentenced to 30 days in jail and ended up with 5 years probation. And of course, Umbrella Guy, who is like a Nick Rekieta apologist who was like, the police are the bad people who showed up with a warrant to arrest him because they traumatized the children. You know, it's kind of the same thing Ronell said when she said her kid was traumatized because the police knocked on her door to serve her paperwork. And the same thing that
Yeah.
Steve said, that the police knocked on his door and he was swatted, and therefore, like, all these fucking shitty people who put their families and other people at risk for their shitty behavior, like to have go out of their way and talk about how the police have traumatized them and try to use the police as some kind of like easy out for just like, you know, the normal things that happen when like the police show up to give you fucking paperwork. Like, what are you talking about? What are we doing?
These fucking brats. These fucking privileged brats. Like, who've got everything handed them to their plates. Like, on their plates. Like, I don't know what their background... Okay, let's go. I don't know what their history is, how they cheat, where they cheat. But once they got it, they got
Sure.
so full of themselves
Yeah.
that they lost all the humility of a regular person, and they expect everything to be handed to them, or they expect to be treated different from a regular person down the street.
Yeah.
Fucking brats. That's all I have to say. Spoiled, rotten brats. All of them. Rakita, Umbrella Guy, this was the guy who tried to first call out Rakita, and when people were like, weren't you his friend when he was going on these like coke binges and, you know, getting...
Uh-oh. We lost Manya, guys. She got so mad she kicked her computer and now she's gone forever. I like the face, though. Definitely nobody take a screenshot of this. I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely don't. Don't do it. Don't take a screenshot. Oh, what happened? She screamed in the chat. Hey, what up? It's me, your boy. Don't pay attention to the Vaseline on my desk. Hi, welcome back.
God damn, what the fuck happened there?
I don't know.
I was so angry. Even my internet connection was like, hold on there, lady. Hold on.
You're
Whoa, whoa,
so
whoa, whoa,
mad
whoa.
and we like just started. Calm down.
Ooh,
She's so
listen,
triggered, guys.
I'm so triggered. Listen, I had a 2-day audit that fucking made me lose my brain wrinkles. I'm gonna make up for that. All right, let's go.
If it makes it
So-
feel any better, my all my skin is peeling off from my burn now, so that's fun.
What did you do?
I sat outside in the sun for too long with not enough sunscreen.
Oh god. This cock. What is even that?
Generic.
What did generic say? And
Look-
also just kids that
Look at his display picture.
Oh god.
Got him. Like the beta hacked into Manya's internet.
Did you really use my picture as an generic? Ew.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Terador said Maj Shosh. I don't know if I pronounced it correct, but you know, I tried. I'm doing Klingon. I'm doing my best. I got my book.
No, don't change. I love it. Don't change.
It's gonna change it. It's gonna get worse. You did this to
Don't
yourself.
check Manya meme. Oh god, here we go with the memes. Fuck.
Anyway, you were saying about these people and their entitlement and using the struggles that people do have and legitimate problems that people do have with the police to try to pretend that they're innocent little victims when the police are literally just handing them some paperwork.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's,
Erin did that by saying that she was being traumatized or the people at her work were being harassed because they tried to serve her at her work. Steve tried to say he was swatted when all they did was knock on his door about a fucking noise complaint.
Yep.
You had Ronell saying that her kid was traumatized because her kid had to answer the door so the police could give her some paperwork. Rakita's got his paperwork from the police. They had a warrant to show up for his arrest. right? And they're like, oh, but think of the children. But what about boy with ball? What about kid with ball, guys? I don't know, man.
Yeah. Oh
Stop
my
breaking
God.
the law, assholes.
Oh, he's back. Generic, you changed the photograph. It's okay. It's okay. I had a good laugh. That was good. um, it's all about it's like privileged, spoiled, rotten brats. Like won't someone think of the ball?
Think the ball.
Yeah,
Kid with
and
ball.
it's the consequences of the actions, and then
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we are being, prosecuted
Persecuted
unjustly.
or
Persecuted, sorry,
harassed
not
or
prosecuted.
like
Persecuted
they're gonna
unjustly.
get prosecuted.
Yeah. See, I
That's what happened to
well,
Rakita.
yeah, and yeah, and it's like if I got a speeding ticket, my parents will not let me live with that. My parents will shame me for the rest of my life if I got a speeding ticket. Let me just tell you that.
Consequences,
So yeah,
actions having consequences. Couldn't be me.
yeah.
Yo, you're right.
So here we are. It's like, guys,
We
get
also have
act like adults, okay? Not spoiled brats.
Manya. We haven't been able to do Dumbfeck Friday, but Manya has been going out of her way and writing these essays.
Oh.
On the whatever's it, community tab, whatever it's called now, posts.
No, the post tab.
On the post tab. So if you're looking to see what Manya's been saying about some of the stuff that's been going on, this is where you can find it. But she wrote up this whole thing about false equivalents and moral cowards, bringing up specifically Veda, and some accusations that Renell had made, which we will get into a little bit later. But she goes on and explains this whole thing and breaks it all down, fallacy after fallacy, with a proper explanation and like point to point, right? And like it's not short, but it's not super long either. Like, and then with the screenshots of what Veda was trying to say, right? She posted on Twitter, and then Veda fucking responds with the biggest fucking dumb blonde response I have ever seen. All I asked for was proof, not an essay about why you don't have the proof. But, like, let's look at what she actually said. Yes, how dare we, at Goblin Queen Chesh, request actual evidence before accepting grave allegations that a child was harmed because of us, evidently asking for proof rather than blind capitulating to emotionally charged assertions is now considered offensive, and then Manya goes on. And let me just make this a little bit. Can I open this? Open this. Let me look. Why you no let me look? I can't even look at my own post. Anyway, Manya claims no one should believe criminal allegations made against them without having proof. Wow. That's not what you said.
I didn't make a. I said grave allegation. I didn't say criminal allegation. What the fuck?
Yeah, nothing about a criminal allegation, and also not about anyone else asking, but about you or I asking for, what are you talking about, when somebody accuses us of something.
Yeah.
And then you had said the company Steve et al. Support predators and child abusers. Well, then show proof that Wolf is a predator. If you do it, it will prove to everyone that you and Chesh are not guilty of child endangerment, right? No!
That's
no,
not
it
how
will
it
not.
works, Veda.
That's not how that works at
Veda,
all.
that's not how it works. No. No. God. Each case is separate, and each case is separate, all right? And each case requires its own standard of proof, depending on what the situation is. Context, Heinkel.
I mean, I've already shown that Wolf is a lying liar who lies, and that he's also like, I've already explained how he's a predator, and all you really need to do is watch his YouTube channel for 30 seconds.
He talks about young-looking prostitutes, quote unquote. All right.
Sure.
And recently, he was defending Roadhog, who was caught searching for mother-daughter prawn on his own system.
And well,
He was defending
Wolf is also
that and
a
was justifying that.
Wolf is also a doxer and has defended Roadhog's doxing and doxing attempts.
Exactly.
Which is
Yes.
predatory behavior. Predatory does
He
not mean
wanted-
it has to be against predatory doesn't mean it has to be against a child. Predatory can be against anybody. And we know and
Even an
Wolf,
adult.
if I understand correctly, has a lifetime restraining order for harassing a woman. That makes him a predator.
Also, he said, and I quote, to the person Alice on Twitter, that he's very interested in helping her kid. He likes to help kids, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Maybe he
Right?
also runs around and says he hopes somebody comes and shows up at his house so he can be justified in assaulting people.
Yeah.
So like
And
this is like
he wanted his girlfriend to beat Chesh and other women and drag them across his yard because he won't get his hands dirty because he's such a pussy,
he
And
also
he
wanted to drop us
die
off. Yeah.
in his neighborhood, whereas being racist towards his own people, his own neighborhood, by saying that if he were to be dropped off in his neighborhood, we would get sexually assaulted.
He also follows
And
Dr.
get trafficked.
Disrespect.
He follows, he's a fan of Dr. Disrespect, who's a known okay, everybody knows why Dr. Disrespect lost his contract.
Yeah,
with
he
Twitch, was it?
explained. Yeah, he explained that he got kicked off of Twitch because he was being explicit with a minor, inappropriate with a minor. His words.
Yes, his words. No one else's. So yeah, Beta, here's your proof. What you got? What you got, bitch?
I like Sar's response. Chesh is guilty of child endangerment because she herself is a child and she endangers herself.
Hey, I'm an adult. I'm with her. Don't worry.
I am an adult. But like even if we
I'm a
didn't
woman.
even if we did or didn't have any evidence or couldn't make a case of Wolf being a predator or not and his association with Roadhog
Watch them
and
clip
Renell and Megan, etc.,
Watch them
etc.,
clip
etc.
this thing out of context.
It doesn't like it. Even if that were the case, it's still whether or not we prove something about Wolf. It says nothing about me or Manya
Yeah.
at all.
What Renelle said about us about endangering her child.
I
Harming
mean,
her child.
Wolf. So she
IPV
says
Wolf.
all I was asking for was proof, not an essay about why
There's
you
your
don't
proof.
have the proof, which also wasn't
You
what
know,
you
right?
said.
Beta, right? He was defending Roadhog. Just like
We don't
last
care
couple
about
nights
what
away.
Veda thinks. Veda feeds super glue to her dog on purpose.
Yeah,
Veda
that
is
was-
also
that
a
still wants to-
Veda is also a
Oh, by the way,
predator.
Veda,
Veda specifically goes out of her way to find people and steal their information so she can get the information and
wasn't this
blow
chick-
people's phones up in the
wasn't this
Discord.
chick
In Discord.
herself- Wasn't this chick herself playing video games with minors?
Yeah, she has a channel where she is playing Fortnite with kids.
With minors, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Birds of a feather
Stick together
flock together,
Flock together,
or
yeah.
something like that.
until the cat comes when they all start throwing each other under the bus.
Yeah. And the cat just sits there and waits for the carnage to stop, right? So, yeah, Veda. And by the way, Veda, your sister is more beautiful than you. Let's just say that.
I've seen pictures of Veda's sister.
I have
Veda's
too.
sister
I
is
have too.
like if I had to,
Gorgeous.
it'd be like one of these. Like Veda's down here. Veda's sister's hot.
Yeah.
Also an adult,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, responsible adult by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And doesn't claim to be an influencer, if I'm not wrong.
So then she fucking gets mad because I called her brain dead and nothing else. And so she tags in John Hamill.
Oh my god, this this fucking Joker who couldn't take the fact that a brown person of color,
Woman.
a woman of color, has higher education than him, and just wipe the floor with him with this
Ugh.
fucking transphobia bullshit. I was like, come here.
Yeah, he's been posting the same clips about us for over a year and a half,
years
2
this
years
guy
now
has
coming
been
up.
stalking us and hasn't gotten over us. 2
And-
years
And the funniest thing is that
for this.
he is convinced. John is absolutely fucking convinced that because right-wing extremists in the UK agree with the Cass report, that it suddenly gives the cast report any kind of validity, and it doesn't. And why would it?
No.
Like, if we
Yeah.
already disagree with right-wing extremists and disagree with their reasoning, and we've explained why we disagree with their reasoning, what world do you think saying, hey, but this right-wing extremist group agrees with me? It's, yeah, of course they do. That's not a point in your favor. That's not convincing.
Then he's been trying to show.
It's a fallacy. It's an argument to authority.
Yeah, argument to authority. Plus, he's been like, before he comes back and says, well, you're saying that you're using your authority as a, master's, a graduate to say that this cast report is not good enough or something. No, that's not what I did. I demonstrated exactly why it's not good enough.
Not every appeal to authority is fallacious, though. There's appropriate ways to do it. There are right ways to do it. John's not doing it right, because since when has John done anything right recently?
No. Yeah, because he's a white man, I guess. So,
just because he likes to hang out with fascists.
He tried to make guesses about our positions about some other group we have never spoken about.
Oh, sure.
I'm like, who the fuck told you what we think about some unrelated topic we have never spoken
about? It was a dating site. He was like, oh, well, do you think this dating site is valid? It's like, what the fuck does that have to do with scientific validity of the cast report? Like, literally nothing. So Aaron pops in because Aaron's a creepy stalker and comes on everything.
No, I know why she popped in, because one, she's scared of us. She's a pussy. She's a coward. So she sees strengths in numbers when she comes to come up to us.
Okay, yeah.
So she only felt secure to come out and talk to us because she knows, one, she's an idiot, just like Veda. She's a fucking bimbo like Veda and John Hamill. She doesn't know what words mean. She doesn't understand it. She cannot comprehend English. And that's why she thought, she had the audacity to like, oh yeah, there are two more people beating down on, Chesh and Manya. I'll come out and add on to that.
Could we crowdfund a blonde wig for John?
For John?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say for you or me, so we can act like Aaron.
Why would we want to copy Aaron? Ugh, yeah. I should do that once.
Make fun of her. A parody, like a parody series of Aaron. That would be entitlement pants later.
That would be funny. Anyway, she said, why do peeps like them always frame this as, quote, my 11-year-old kid said they like same sex, ? We didn't frame it that way, Aaron. John did. She's so fucking brain dead.
Are you okay?
No, she's not.
Okay?
That
I
usually.
Finally, all that. Hold on. I think so. Finally, the cocaine and the drinking she has been doing has really, really, really broken her brain like. Apart.
I don't know. I think she was saying that she doesn't do cocaine now, but she does a lot of shrooms.
Shrooms are also not good for your fucking brains. Like, there's something like
not in too large quantities. Yeah, the technical term is burnout.
Burnout? Hell no! It's more than that. Her brain's rotted. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's usually the parent spin. You mean John?
Yeah. No.
Or view on what was said. Most kids or young people focus on what they aren't feeling interested in, so they'll say, I don't know, but I'm just not into opposite sex. Do they? Is Aaron been studying high school girls?
That's creepy.
High school girls, high school girls.
That's so creepy.
Yeah. No, maybe, Aaron, you've actually answered your own question.
Yeah.
In the next sentence.
That was John who was saying. So, are you saying John was lying?
Well, then John just pretends like that didn't happen, and is that as if it's not literally showing on fucking screen. If my 11-year-old child, like, it's literally look at the screen. Look at what that says.
Oh, okay. I think so. I know what happened. Because Aaron, while reading this,
Aaron can't read.
No, hold on. Yeah, while trying to comprehend what the fuck was on the screen, she wasn't wearing her glasses. So your name kind of combined with John's name on top, and she thought that's what you were saying.
No, look at what this says. If my 11-year-old child told me they were gay,
Oh God!
you
no.
dumb motherfucker.
I'm telling you, she wasn't wearing her glasses. She wasn't wearing her glasses, and she confused that your name at the bottom with John Hamilton on the top.
I don't.
Telling
I
you.
think you're giving her way too much credit.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make fun of her that she doesn't wear her glasses while she reads stuff because she's so vague.
I don't
She's
think she
such a
could
fucking
read
vague-
anyway, even if she wanted
Oh
to.
God.
So
Hi
funny.
Bella, how you doing? That's fine. You can come and watch us anytime you want. It's fine. There's no pressure to join us live. You can come back and watch it again later. It's fine. It's like, yeah.
Oh my god. So, like, anyone
Aaron.
who's. But then look at what John says in response to this. For sure, anyone who says that 11-year-old children, quote, will express sexual interest should be on all the lists. You literally just used your 11-year-old child saying that if they said this thing, showing and expressed any kind of sexual interest, that's you! And also, yes, kids, like, children express those things at pre-pubescent ages. Go read any book. Pick any book. Peter Pan!
John, are you okay? John, are you fucking okay?
He is not okay. No. The
John,
answer is no.
where is your kid?
No,
Where the fuck
John
is-
doesn't need to know where his kid is. Let's be real. Let's be real.
He just said that his own kid because Okay, so can we scroll a little bit up?
Eh.
A little bit up. Listen, I wanna look.
Eh. Eh.
What was the John's original tweet that we are making fun of?
The original thing, like you want me to just play this clip? Or you want to play this one?
No, just expand the tweet that we were covering in that tweet, like you showed it before.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It says...
Like you should.
Yeah.
If
It
my
says-
11-year-old child, okay.
Yeah, if my
my
11-year-old
11-year-old
child told me they were gay, then I wouldn't consider someone who had barely begun puberty could fully understand what that means. Also, this is not a meaningful full comparison, as we don't give drugs to very young kids who say they're gay.
Dude, have you never
If
heard
you-
of conversion therapy, have you? Yeah, right.
Right.
Okay.
If
Also,
you...
so he's saying it's a hypothetical if his 11-year-old, right?
Yeah,
So according
it's
to
an
him, if his 11-year-old came to him and said, "Dad, I think so. I have feelings for the same sex, or I feel attracted to, depending on their gender, the same gender they are," he thinks that if they do that, they should be put on a list.
Anybody who studies early childhood development needs to be on a list, according to John.
John, are you okay?
Why would we give drugs to kids if they're gay? Bro, I don't know!
He's talking about conversion therapy. That's what he's talking about.
No, he's not.
because
His thing is trans people, remember? He thinks that if you're gay, therefore you're trans.
Oh, God.
Remember?
No.
Like,
no,
none
no,
of this,
no,
it's a complete non sequitur. It doesn't make any fucking sense. If you want to watch our full coverage, you can go find it's called, like, you can see John in the fucking thumbnail. You'll find it. It's not hard to find.
Or you can go and search for John's name and you will find it.
But then Vader responds with this, which is fucking...
Musty Mania Boulevard. Okay. I'll tell you what my Veda, I'll tell you what my daytime job is, alright? You wanna know?
Phantasmagoria, puzzle of the Vagoria.
It's on my Twitter. Alright, you can see it in my Twitter bio also.
So
I'm a
funny.
safety quality compliance advisor for a company. I look after 3 sites for that company.
So,
It's a big
yeah.
fucking company.
Zerlon.
Yeah, that's my day job. You will never be able to reach that stature because you are not curious. I'm still studying. All right? I'm still studying. I'm still doing, I am still making myself better. And I plan to continue to make myself better. You will never reach that stature, and that's what really, really gets to you. That a person of color, especially a woman of color, is ahead of you like that. And that's why you have to resort to this, like, whatever the fuck is this, to, like, try and bring us down instead of arguments. So,
Yeah, so they have a bunch of clips of me in a sexy bunny suit fucking saved on their computers.
right? That's so weird. That's so creepy.
Which is, to me, absolutely hilarious. Rent free. They're also
Rent-free,
making fun of
right?
sex workers and trying to mock people who work for a living and people who are poor, because of course they are. Right?
Yeah.
But regardless of this, She then tags Aaron and Wolf and Megan. and then oh, it's so funny. Where's the fucking one where Aaron proceeds to say, did she smell her hand after using said hand to pull something out of her ass crack? Because Aaron doesn't know what a video cut looks like.
Oh my god.
This is
No,
so
no, I think so she knows.
fucking funny.
I think so she knows. I think so she knows what
She knows she's just trying to be a shit, and it's funny because
She's just
every
a shit,
time
and
she
it's
tries to be a shit, she has to make herself look stupid.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's like that's the thing, right? They don't have arguments, so this is what they come up with. Whereas we have arguments, and that's what we can also come up with, and we do come up with. So it's like, girls, you can never beat us. You can never be like us. You can
Girls,
never,
you can be in
ever-
a hot, sexy bunny outfit and be smart at the same time, but you need to learn how to be smart first. On the other hand, this is the thing. Like, their whole shtick is they want to try to shame me for the way I look. But the problem is that's never going to work. Because that's all this is. Because they're ugly. They're ugly people.
inside
And I
out.
will always be more attractive than them, no matter how awkward they try to make me look by taking weird clips or weird screenshots and folders
That's why
upon
they do
folders
that.
upon folders of me on their computer.
We don't need to do all this. You know why? You know why we don't need to do all this? Because we got substance. That's why. That's why
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't need to do all this. We do it occasionally because we are like we having a tickle and a laugh.
Substance.
Like that. Oh god. Oh, God.
Like, you understand, like, they do not understand that the reason that I have to adjust that in the back is because I have such a thick booty.
Oh, you got a thick booty.
I've got the thickest booty.
The thing is that Veda wishes she had that thick booty. Oh god.
Hate makes
Okay.
you ugly. Yeah, exactly. And that's all
Exactly,
it
yeah.
is. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of Aaron not knowing how to read, also,
Yeah.
she'd been quiet
Oh god.
for a
Aaron.
little while. And then she
Oh,
posted this. Like, she hadn't, like, talked about me or Manya or talked about her case. Like, maybe she complained that she got some paperwork and then eventually kind of shut up for a little bit. But then she posted
Yeah.
this. And this is
No.
on
She almost almost vomited on the live stream, and then she shut up for a little bit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that, by the
yeah.
way, that 5-minute live stream is gone from a channel. I think so. I think so. It's gone, and I'm just like, what happened there, girl?
To be fair, I'd have
What
taken that down
happened
too.
Sure, but it's like, ooh.
Maybe I'll wear that bunny costume again this summer. It was
Oh,
a birthday
girl.
stream. What, you don't like
It
my
was.
birthday suit? What's wrong? I think the other thing that I think they don't understand
I'm
is that
so
bunny suit.
sad that Veda.
That bunny suit was sent to me by a follower to wear at the request of the followers. When was the
So-
last time any of their followers have asked anything of them?
They are always discussing among themselves about their lives, and they are not even interested in what Aaron or either Veda are saying. Oh, by the way, when did
Right.
Veda last stream? I'm just wondering.
Did Aaron
When
almost
did-
go a day without a contempt charge? Yeah, she almost went like a week.
Yeah, a week. Surprising, yeah, right?
But then she posts this because she's a fucking
Oh.
idiot. And it says,
She had to keep doing that streak.
the funny thing about this is that it just starts with huh. Period. Huh.
Huh? Huh?
Well, there's not a question. It's a period.
I'll say huh?
Huh. Huh.
Huh?
So, so much for one party not wanting to be made into content for a YouTube channel. I'm guessing a live YouTube broadcast also means that there is no privacy order, question mark? This should be interesting. Aaron, you've been in court for like 2 years. You should probably not be at the point where you're guessing. But what it actually says, the part that she's clipped out of context, so we don't know what this says, the rest of it. Your attendance is the same as a live court appearance and will be broadcast live on a YouTube channel linked to the court's website. You should take steps to be prepared for the hearing by finding a quiet place to be available for your appearance, and your dress should be appropriate for appearing at the courthouse. I like how the court this time decided it was important to let Erin know how she should fucking appear, considering what she looked like last time she was there.
And not bring a fluffy fucking pen with her, with a fucking fluffy pen on
It's
it.
probably just something that's like printed onto every single piece, but I just think it's extra and funny because like Erin looked like an absolute goof while she was there. But you notice that this doesn't say what this is for. Is
Nothing.
this related to her Charla case? Is this a different case? Has she gotten in trouble somewhere else? Is this related to her work trying to dodge service for her? And is filing by the city of New York because not the city, it would be Utica, by them because that would be a state issue. That's a state law violation. Is it that? We don't know what this is. So, huh? You probably shouldn't be guessing, Erin.
Also, how do I know that this is not just her making shit up?
Yeah, how do we know this isn't just something she fucking printed off and then just took a fucking shitty like, what is this?
You know, like, and yeah, I'm definitely sure there must be like, whatever. If she wants to live stream it and the court suddenly goes like, oh yeah, it's going to be a live stream, and she thinks that she can ask others to live stream it for her and all that shit.
That's
Madam?
not how it works.
No. And I'm quite sure it's just a generic printout. I'm just quite sure because
Yeah,
if
it's
I'm not wrong-
probably just a hearing. Remember she got served that she has to fucking show up again for other shit? So it's probably just a hearing to decide when that's going to happen. So it's not like an evidentiary hearing, it's not an argument hearing, it's just like a, hey, when are you available? Hey, we need to schedule this. Are you saying that you're fighting this in court? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Those things are usually public. But the privacy stuff that she's referring to with Charla, that stuff is about like the content of the
I would say Erin, do whatever you think is right.
Yeah, go for
Do
it.
whatever you think. Go for it.
We'll be here watching and laughing.
And laughing our asses off. Go for it.
Sarah in the chat asked, "I have a question. How many terabytes of Chesh's pictures do they have on their Chesh's pictures on their hard drives do they need to have in order to be considered fans?"
They are fans. They're already fans. Look at that video clip that Veda made. Right? With the background and shit. The trouble she went through.
So much effort. That's
They're
so
already
much effort, dude. Unreal.
Yeah, they're already fans. They are. By the
So,
way,
all right.
Tops, YECs.
So speaking of Wolf and Megan, right?
Oh,
and them
God.
getting involved with fucking whatchamacallit, with Roadhog. We got this clip
Oh, God.
where things get a little
Roadhog.
bit off the rails.
Oh, okay. Let's listen to. Oh, this is the same guy who.
Yeah. What?
This was the same guy who was caught like looking for prawn on his system for role play of mother and daughter.
Yeah, he was looking for mother-daughter porn. He got in trouble for faking a pregnancy with his wife.
Oh yeah, with his wife. Yeah.
They
he took
try
all
to
those
dox
evasions.
people. They regularly threaten people. Listen, if there was...
Hey, Roadhog!
I
Rhoda, come at me, bitch. You fucking bitch.
He
Come
did
at me.
do a video
Come at
on
me.
me once, and I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched part
He
of it.
said that you're being naughty, Chesh. That's what he said about you. That is such like you. Like now realizing what sort of like pornographic
Mhm.
material he was searching for. It's like so you when he was like, "Oh, you're being naughty, Chesh." Ugh.
If I had to describe Roadhog, this is gonna sound aggressive on my part. Usually I'm not so aggressive with the name calling. Usually I just call people stupid and dumb, and once in a while I'll call somebody a cunt. But if there was ever, fat fuck trailer trash energy, it would be Roadhog.
I think so. That's
Like,
that's
Ignorant
an insult to them also.
fuck- no,
I think so at this point.
No, I don't. He's like Larry the Cable Guy if he was like the most vulgar piece of shit That like
Mhm.
he's the kind of trailer trash that have like broken bottles in their trailer yard, like the kind that you see in movies, like not real people who live
Yeah.
in trailers, like the quintessential. There's like a drug ring here. There's like, and he's like the most ignorant fucking southern trucker you have ever fucking heard speak in your
Well, he
goddamn
was a
life.
trucker, right? What happened to that job?
I have a hard time believing that this man would be able to hold any kind of job.
No, I don't think so. He has a job anymore. But
Like,
yeah,
it's
Wolf,
bad. Like, it's
Wolf,
bad.
Wolf, come at me, bitch, come at me. I fucking dare you, come at me, you
He's gonna
asshole, you
fly to New
scum of
Zealand.
earth. I don't New Zealand or Australia. I don't know.
No, he's an
So
idiot. He'd go to New Zealand.
yeah, which is fine by me. Yeah, come at me, bitch. I told Wolf also to come at me, or all he could do was just go me. That's
Oh,
all
I mean,
he could do.
that's all
I
they have.
fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. Come at me, bitch. You
Yeah.
fucking
So
pussy.
Roadhog likes to throw around threats like he has any weight
Oh.
because he has weight in his belly. And he probably hasn't seen his dick since he was in junior high before his balls dropped.
Does he?
So I'm a little bit not terribly concerned about whatever the fuck he has to say, but you know, Megan and Wolf like to think this guy matters, but let's take a listen to what they were saying.
Listen, I was just answering to Athens. He said they asked him, Manya, you can understand what he says. Listen, I can uncode bullshit. Very good, very well. I can do that. All right, let's go. Sorry, Tesla.
What is she gonna do? Call Arkansas from Canada and say, "There's a
Oh,
man
man.
hurting my feelings on the internet.
Yeah.
Arrest him
Yeah,
now."
a black man that you've stalked for 5 years is now hurting your feefies. Well, they're gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what they're gonna tell you. You'll see. Call them up.
Listen, Arkansas dealt with Latiti.
What the fuck?
They've seen
Yeah.
crazy.
Sun-
Let me find
Yeah,
something
What the
exactly.
real
fuck?
quick.
It is unlawful
What
for
the
you
fuck
to
happened
refer to
to-
me the way that you guys do. It's unlawful. It's
Hang
written
on, hang
in
on.
the
Go
fucking
back,
law.
go back, go back, go back.
Wait. I'm gonna go back for a second, but
Yeah, what the
but
fuck was
did
that?
Wolf just say, "Oh, you're going to call from another country and tell the police that this person is hurting my fifis because they said mean things to me on the internet?" And now Wolf is saying it's illegal for people to say things about him on the internet. So Wolf is the one who's actually crying that it's illegal to be mean to him
You
on
mean
the
they're
internet.
projecting?
You mean they're
They're
projecting?
projecting?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
okay,
was that
yeah.
absolute slowdown? Okay, hold on, let's see.
Sunshinery, are you okay? Sunshinery, are you okay?
Who the
A
fuck is
law doesn't
Sunshinery?
apply in Canada. The Fruit Loop,
I don't know.
right? And the Arkansas law doesn't apply in Canada. The Fruit Loop.
Well, Fruit Loop is a slur for gay people, but I'm assuming that's not what
Yeah.
you mean.
Oh, so but you think your law applies here though, right?
Yeah. Okay, Al.
Oh my god, they're too stupid to know that there are agreements between Canada and America when it comes to persecuting law.
They can
Anyway.
America to Canada and vice versa for depending on what kind of case it is. You fucking morons.
Oh boy. Alright, go on.
Alice. Like
Yeah.
I said, what is she gonna do? Call Arkansas from Canada and say,
What Megan
"There's a
sounds
man
like.
hurting my feelings on the internet.
Yeah.
Arrest him
Yeah,
now."
a black man that you've stalked for 5 years is now hurting your fefies. Well, they're gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what they're gonna tell you. You'll see. Call them up.
Listen, Arkansas dealt with Latiti. They've seen
Yeah.
crazy.
Let me find
Yeah,
something
exactly.
real quick.
It is unlawful for you to
What
refer to
happened
me
to
the way
Megan?
that you guys do. It's unlawful.
Yeah,
It's,
she
it's
let
written
me
in the
find
fucking
that
law, but,
real
great. Go say what you
quick.
want to. I'm cool.
It's gonna be up here somewhere.
Can you make that louder for me, please? Because I
Let's
really need to
see.
hear that
Oh,
again.
see,
Because
they
what the
were.
fuck
This is where
happened
they
with
were
both
telling
sides?
them to go
yeah.
call Wolf's police
Yeah.
station. They're so
Yeah.
sick,
What
and y'all
happened
didn't do it. Y'all were just
Wolf, could you shut up for a second so I can listen to what fucking Megan's trying to say?
Whatever Megan's trying to say, Sunshine and Megan, they just matched frequencies
Call,
the way they're talking.
Arkansas from Canada and say, "There's a
Oh,
man
man.
hurting my feelings on the internet.
Yeah.
Arrest him
Yeah,
now."
a black man that you've stalked for 5 years is now hurting your fefies. Well, they're gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what they're gonna tell you. You'll see. Call them up.
Listen, Arkansas dealt with Latiti. They've seen
Yeah.
crazy.
Let me find
Yeah,
something
exactly.
real quick.
It is unlawful
Oh,
for you
okay.
to refer to me the way that you guys do. It's unlawful. It's written in the fucking law. But great. Y'all say what y'all want to. I'm cool.
Where?
It's gonna be up here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, see, this is where they were telling them to go call Wolf's police station. They're so sick.
Yeah,
And y'all didn't do it.
motion.
Y'all were just trying to scare him. Y'all are so
Yeah,
dumb.
I didn't do it, because I had already been contacted. Not to mention, did see them. But,
Her
that's not the point.
Did Wolf just say he was contacted by the police?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna find out what that's all about soon
Oh,
enough.
look. Pork Chop listed all the trolls. Well, almost all the
that
trolls.
attacked me.
Thanks for listing them.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate that.
Thanks.
That list went right there yesterday.
Are you,
Yeah.
I tell you what,
you wolf
anybody
whistling?
that I've
attitude.
clapped
Are you
back
dog
at
whistling? Sorry.
has been somebody that had said something bad. What
And
side?
give their. They just kept going on and on and
This is
on
on
about
Twitter,
it.
Pat.
Yeah, and of course,
Yeah,
you
Shut
have a
up,
reputation.
Wolf.
One
man.
tweet after another saying
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we were ignoring them, man.
I mean, they
I'm gonna
just
be
went
honest with
on.
this,
It
bad
was
or good,
one
man.
He doesn't shut up. Holy fuck. I can't hear anybody else trying to say
Sunshine
anything.
And Megan, their tone just shifted, man, as if something hit them like a truck.
Yeah, it seems to me that from what I
fuck happened
clicked
there?
through, when I clicked through this, it seems like they're Roadhog and Megan and Wolf are gassing people up, and like Roadhog's wife are gassing people up to start like hitting whoever their next target's gonna be, and like whatever.
No! It sounds like Sunshine is on something.
Well, there's also that. That's not a no. That's a you think Sunshinery is drunk or high or something, and Megan is like
But Megan
wobbling
also,
in and out.
She's getting there. Like, what the fuck is? What?
Yeah.
Is this how they stream? I'm high on coffee. All right, that's what I am high on. What the fuck?
No, I'm trying to find this certain one today
Okay.
that they said. Of course, this was on Roadhog, I think, and then just like this is who Aaron is in bed with.
Yeah.
Oh,
and like
Pork
I said,
Chop.
Yeah.
she didn't listen to the end of the live because he said he was going to private it before he was done. So she missed that part.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
we thought it
Oh,
would
here
be
we go.
fucking hilarious, and it was.
Right. Alice said, Megan, your daughter can hear you. Your mouth is
Oh my
foul
God.
and your earbuds are not connected to your mouth, you moron. Well, guess what, Alice? She doesn't hear anything that I say, and I've explained that because she's not in the same room with me, nor can
Guys. Oh no.
Okay. What can you expect from the lot who don't understand how an echo works? So,
Fair. You know what? You're right. That is one of the dumbest things I have heard in a while. She actually thinks that if I can't see her, therefore she's not in existence anymore. Object permanence gone out the window. Sound traveling
No,
through
she
walls or
thinks that
windows,
Yeah.
doorways.
Yeah, they don't know how sound waves work. Or she's so delusional. She has like convinced herself that because her daughter is not in the same room with her daughter cannot hear her fucking profanity and the fucking bullshit that's coming out of her mouth. What the fuck?
Unbelievable. So we also have like the clip of Renelle where she's linked back to these other
Renelle.
videos where she's fucking accusing everybody of everything.
Oh, I covered this one. Yeah,
We've
I
also
did. I
got
covered
the
this one.
comment section down here. I
Oh, wow,
wonder if
beautiful.
Megan is down here. What the? I'm so happy Chesh was admonished by the judge. Huh? When
When
was
did
I
that
admonished by a judge?
Pixar, it didn't happen. Just
Well,
saying.
the only one I was at was Veda and Aaron's, and neither of them have said that. So those are the only ones that a judge could have possibly admonished me at. So if I was admonished at Renelle's hearing, then the judge was admonishing somebody who wasn't there? That's
I don't know what the fuck.
alright. Yeah, that's gonna need a prove it.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Considering
I'm
I
just gonna
wasn't
say that.
part of that case at all. But as we know, Aaron pays is a paid member on Aaron's channel and vice versa, and Megan is the moderator over on Aaron's channel, and Megan regularly shows up with comments and such on Renelle's, and so we've got this really unfortunate for Renelle thing that ties Renelle to Roadhog. Shame for her.
This is the crowd. Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah, well,
as much as Renelle tries to pretend she's
Renelle
above all of
worries
this.
about the fifis of Nazis, so what else do we expect from her?
Right. So let's take a listen to this
Right?
real quick.
Video. I do record these videos in my spare time. I will be demonstrating and showing proof of how I was
She
implicated
always says that.
in a situation which led me to being served with an HRO, where for
She's got her
over a year I was dealing with the courts, attorneys, top of that.
Yeah, the court takes time, and if attorneys, where's
Wheels
your
of justice
receipts?
are slow.
The
Yeah.
attorney that you lied about, the one that you said that you needed
GoFundMe.
because you were being silenced, the one where you said that you were getting attacked by Katie Joy, that one? That was a whole big fat fucking lie? Okay, go on.
That listening to these creators continuously spread false and defamatory information about me.
Prove that it's false, prove it's defamatory. Those are two different things.
Yeah. And if it's defamatory, take us to court. Go on.
The worst,
Why?
my child being attacked and beaten at school because
We don't believe you. You're a
Fucking
liar.
what?
Fucking liar. What a piece of shit. Using a
Like,
kid like that. Oh
My
my god.
child
She's
being
disgusting.
attacked and beaten at school.
Yeah,
Is
right.
this
Random
her
kids
adult?
watch-
Is this the adult daughter at college that she publicly embarrassed and said she was going to like get in a fight in the street about? With that child or one of her other like 6 kids?
I don't know how many kids does she have. It doesn't matter how many kids she has. The thing is that
This is the
like,
thing that
where's the
Veda was
proof?
defending, by the way, earlier.
Yeah. Where's the proof?
Chish, why did you beat up this kid? Man, I don't know. I flew down to in the middle of a crazy election and tariffs and Canadians being like held at the border. I flew all the way to buttfuck nowhere, wherever the hell Renelle lives, and I punched her kid in the face. That little shit deserved it.
Not that maybe your own behavior might have caused it. Maybe in the school you were causing problems in the parents group or something, or your kid was a fucking moron themselves.
Well, I mean, when you're
Well,
living with Renelle
or-
and hearing this shit going
or-
on, I have a hard time believing
or-
that her kid's not a
Let me
dipshit.
steel man the argument. There are bullies at your school who just randomly pick on kids. Look, in your kid's school, there are bullies in your kid's school who randomly pick on kids. It's
Noodles has a
possible.
good point. If this even happened, it's her fault for acting like a Nazi sympathizer publicly. Probably because she's a Nazi.
Yeah, if you get beat up, before people say we are blaming the victim, in case you're a Nazi and you get beat up because of that, your Nazism and your fascism, you deserve it.
You're not the victim.
Maybe your kid doesn't. Maybe your kid does. Your kid doesn't. You do.
But this is, again, we
Renelle,
also have
you
to
put your kid
assume
in
that her
danger.
kid was even beaten in the first place, which I don't...
Yeah, where's the evidence? I'll
Yeah,
just
right.
keep asking. We don't even have to go in this, try and steel man her argument or anything like that. Where is the evidence?
Crusher said, was the
bitch.
kid holding a ball, perchance? Was he the kid with ball?
Oh god, no, god, guys.
Alright, let's
Okay,
hear what her
let's not talk
reasoning
about the kid.
is. Let's see where this
Let's
The
not talk
goes.
about the
worst,
kid, all
my
right?
child being attacked and beaten at school because an insecure, lonely being on the internet who has nothing to lose has labeled me a Nazi. And she continues.
You know what makes you a Nazi, Renelle? Buying a Tesla for your daughter. That is directly...
Tesla for her
She
daughter?
bought a Tesla for her daughter. This bitch was
You're-
on the
you're
internet
Nazi.
e-begging and lying to people about what she was getting in trouble for with the law. E-begging when she can afford to buy her kid a fucking
Tesla for her kid.
Yeah, and not only that, she's buying a Tesla like a couple of weeks. She posted it on her Instagram.
So why did she set up a GoFundMe?
So why
a
did she
lawyer?
set up a GoFundMe? Why is she e-begging on the internet for fucking money? And if you buy a Tesla
posting receipts.
right now after the CEO is literally causing the death of hundreds of thousands of people while doing a Nazi salute, bitch, you're a nut. Was it your daughter that got beat up for driving around a fucking Tesla? And that's your fault because you bought it for her? Dumbass!
So suddenly she pretends to not have money when she has to, account for her actions. She has to account
Oh
for the
yeah,
consequences of her actions.
Yep.
But she has money to buy her kid Tesla.
Yep.
But she can't afford lawyers. Wow. What a fucking fraud. And
Mm.
Steve accused me for taking like meager, how many was it? $300 from his GoFundMe, like not even from his GoFundMe, but like GoFundMe paid me from their own coffers. He called me a fraud for that. And this woman here is sitting there lying about her like financial situation when she's buying her kid a Tesla.
If anybody wants to go and double check, like, here's the fucking Instagram. Anybody can go look. I don't have it. I just don't have it pulled up right now. But like,
that's fine.
I want to get
Hold
this
on.
correct though. She's accusing me of getting her kid beaten up at school because of my YouTube content. Right? That's me and her face with the stupid pineapple on her head. I don't know how many people got the pineapple joke, but it's fine. But
But
I'm curious, considering the number of stories that Renelle has told about her life and how like selfish she was when she was pregnant and dragging her kids and her pregnant self all across the country, abandoning her husband without telling him where she was going, and yada yada, all the crazy shit she said. What is her relationship with South Africa? Because Elon's from South Africa, apartheid South Africa, and this bitch is able to afford a fucking Tesla. So is she a part of and benefiting from apartheid South Africa also? And I'm just curious. On the other hand, I have another question, and it is, how the fuck did I influence kids at your child's school? How did, one, they find my videos at all, and two, how would my videos influence a gaggle of, I don't know, she's got like one kid that's like younger, right? So I don't assume she's saying my kid got beaten at school, referring to her adult daughter. She's probably talking about like one of her younger kids. So we're talking about like elementary school kids are watching this fucking content that is specifically on YouTube labeled as not for kids? They just happened to come across me by accident? And then just decided to beat up your kid based off of... Huh? I just, the level of absurdity, like, it has to be for what she's claiming to be true. And how would she know that's the reason why they beat up her kid? Did she ask them? Did she ask them and they were like, we saw this Czech person on YouTube and she put a swastika on your face, so we punched your son or daughter or kid, whatever. Like, what?
I don't believe her. I think so she's lying.
I don't think her kid. There's also like there's a difference between my kid got in a fight at school, my kid got hit at school, and my kid was beaten. Like, that implies, like, hospital, right? That implies, like, severe injury. Where you would have, like, evidence of, like, I don't know, a trip to the hospital. Because she can afford a Tesla. She can afford to take her kid to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, it literally makes no fucking sense. You want to talk about lies and defamatory?
This is what it is.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
We just don't want to. We don't want to like. We don't want to sue her because she's not worth our time and money and resources. She's
Bro,
just
4,000 people
bitch.
watched this and people bought this shit. Like, good god, these people are fucking brain dead, dude. If it was my kids, you'd see it on the news. Right. If a kid gets attacked, that comes up in the news. And we know where Renelle lives, roughly. Why do we know where Renelle lives? She told everybody on a live stream that her kid's school had a shooting.
Yep.
And roughly where they were. So all you have to do is look up school shooting in that area, and you can find out exactly where it is. So if a kid was beaten for, like, some kind of hate crime, then it would be in the news. Even if the local news, and you can you can get online access to local news. Like, she thinks people are fucking stupid, dude. And I mean, to be fair, she's getting that reinforced because her audience is dumb as bricks.
At this point, I even think like she's got like her audience is also like not genuine. At this point, I think she's buying subs and comments, in my
Maybe.
opinion, because yeah.
Sar says, Chesh Manya, I wonder what Ranel's opinion on the situation with white farmers getting immigration into the United States. You're gonna ask Ranel to have an educated opinion about anything? Like, she's not even educated about her opinions about Katie Joy at this point. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. So I might go ahead and watch. She made 2 videos about this. One got 4,000 views and the other one got 1,000 views. So if that doesn't tip you off that it's bullshit and nobody cares, I don't know what will. But I might do it for funsies. What do you think, Banya?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, you can do this if you want to. That's
I'll think
fine.
about it.
For funsies, yeah, why not? Because if she's gonna sit there and just repeat these accusations, we have every right to defend ourselves.
Well,
of
it's
these false
also just
accusations.
like, it's just, I like, there's a degree of me that I just find the absurdity of the statement. So, like, if in this video Ranel said that the judge admonished me, did the judge admonish me in a court case that I wasn't a party to and wasn't present at? Because that might be an ethical violation. And also, prove it? Like, these things are just absurd. The levels of absurdity just stack.
Yeah, like the things about Wolf. We have got the reasons to believe what we say we are.
Oh, we have
solid
receipts.
reasons to. We have receipts. You guys have fucking nothing. And you are mad that we have got receipts, and it makes you look bad because you're associating yourselves with people like, you know,
Roadhog.
Sean. By the way, yeah, Roadhog and Sean. Sean, by the way, is Wolf. He doxed himself some time ago. So, and I
Look,
had
here's
made,
the screenshot of
clear.
Wolf following Dr. Disrespect.
Oh my god, here we go. Yeah.
Look, here's the screenshot of Wolf just randomly accusing people of being fucking pedophiles.
So,
like,
you know,
tons of this. It's all over
think,
the
like,
place.
This is a lot of projection. This is such a lot of projection, these guys do, because they feel so bad, like this about themselves.
Here's the evidence that they cut their shit out of the video, and then they tell people, oh, we'll just play the whole thing, and then they never play it.
When they don't. She played, what, like 15 seconds?
Which doesn't add up to the missing amount of time. Yeah, exactly. It's almost like they're lying liars who fucking lie. And these are the people that Ranel... Well, Ranel straight up supports Wolf. She did that when she said, well, why don't we care about the people that Chesh is exposing? For their political opinions? You don't like that people make their political opinions known and then people like me analyze their political opinions? And properly, accurately identify them as Nazis because they're talking about the Great Replacement?
Oh yeah, I forgot that they were talking about the Great Replacement.
Yeah, like this isn't like fucking. I'm not joking. I'm not being hyperbolic. And there's evidence of that. I put the evidence in the video. And then she's just it's evident. It is clear evidence that you are a Nazi. If you are sympathizing with Nazis, only care about the opinions and feelings of Nazis, and then give money to the current quintessential Nazi, Elon Musk. Like,
yeah, buying your kid a Tesla, like, brilliant, fucking brilliant. The thing is that they think that we are kind of like their other victims in the past, where what they do is they make accusations and they keep repeating them and they act like dumb. We never said this, we never said that, come prove it. And people just, tired of repeating themselves, they give up.
Yeah.
Right? And they go away. And they're like, these people get to keep on spewing their fucking false narrative and rhetoric, right?
Yeah.
We are made of thicker skin. You should have realized by now. We dealt with Steve and his trolls. Alright? We are made of thicker skins, and we are going to be here. And we will, every time you make a false accusation against us or someone we think does not deserve it, like, is not, like, yeah, you go after someone. We'll be here. We will correct you. And, yeah, good luck trying to, wear us out. We don't get worn
You
out.
notice
We
how,
don't.
like, again, we're back to, you know, who did a Nazi salute and then never said that they're not a Nazi. They just said, haha, I'm trolling, therefore confirming that they did a Nazi salute. Elon Musk. You know who also never explained how or why they aren't a Nazi for sympathizing with the Nazis and supporting with money a Nazi? Renell. It's almost like there's a parallel here somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not supporting MAGA, but here's why I'm with MAGA. Just don't call me MAGA. Right? Exactly. I'm
And
only
it's Josh's
siding with the
fault that your kid
fascists.
got beaten at school for you being a Nazi. Yeah, right.
All this is you're right, but fuck you anyway.
Yeah. No, they're just mad that we have got our receipts and we present them every time and we don't get worn out. We are not afraid to repeat ourselves again and again.
By the way,
And they're mad that we're not going away. They're mad
This-
we're not going away. We are here.
this video is titled Part 1 Case Dismissed, My Time to Talk and Expose the Truth.
Yeah.
What the fuck does her case have to do with me? What does my opinions about her public statements about her political affiliation
she thinks that
have anything to do? And even if for some reason I have a gaggle of like 10-year-olds that listen to every word I say and then proceed to ignore what I say and beat people up because of it, which is fucking ridiculous.
She used that
in the middle
court?
But fuck no. Yeah, what does that have to do with her case? I don't know. That'd be very silly, in my humble opinion, if she did.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking too much into this. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. What does this have to do with her case, her restraining order case that was there? So yeah,
Renell was
it's
one of the people who got a restraining order from Charla. She's claiming her case was dismissed, although there is some.
We don't know that.
I'm seeing text messages. I'm seeing not a single piece of actual paperwork.
I think so. She posted something on her Twitter.
There's on her Twitter.
But not on in the videos. She didn't.
I mean, there's more stuff about Charla in here, but whatever. That's not really. Who cares?
Yeah, she's clearly not harassing Charla. Nope.
Well, hold on. Let me look at part 2. I'm just skimming them just to double check to see if there's if she actually posted any evidence of anything she's actually saying.
Here's the.
She usually doesn't, but I'm gonna go ahead and I just want to check.
I covered these two. Remember, she doesn't.
You covered these ones?
Yeah, I've covered these two.
Yeah, there's no paperwork in here. I forgot. Yeah,
there's nothing. These. She put something on Twitter.
So she claims that her case is dismissed, but then doesn't actually show any paperwork to confirm?
I think so. After I called her out on it in my live stream, she put it on her Twitter.
There's there's still no confirmation of her lawyer either. She said she was working for attorneys, we don't know she ever hasn't posted a single bill.
She hasn't, no.
And then she went and bought her kid a Tesla.
Yep.
Where'd the money go, Renell?
Contributed a GoFundMe. Are you sure that your money went to a lawyer and not to her kid's Tesla? I'm just asking. Maybe her fans are so blind.
There's an email in here about getting the transcripts, but that's all that is.
Did they get it?
It's just an email saying that I will need to secure the funds from you for the transcript, and I'm working on it. And then she'd need $1,212 for the deposit. So which is allegedly a proper email. But, I mean, emails with this group have been wishy-washy. But if you take it at its word, all it is a request for her confirming that somebody named Jessica Carson sent her an email giving her the details about obtaining the transcript. Nothing, no paperwork about showing that anything was dismissed, no ruling, no...
Not in these two.
Not in these videos.
Not in these two streams. She put it on Twitter after I called her out on that. She put something which said memorandum of decision with my voiceover proving me that I was right. So, yeah.
The district court, Crowley, Kansas, Winfield, Pursuit. Rennell Smith, memorandum of decision. The court held trial in the matter of blah 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 pro se blah 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 counsel blah blah. Wait, hold on. The defendant, both plaintiff and defendant
Pro se?
appeared in. Both plaintiff and defendant appeared in person and pro se. So Rennell
She didn't
never
have a lawyer?
got a lawyer. So
Where did that money go,
Rennell,
Rennell?
who could afford to give her daughter a Tesla,
Yes, didn't get a
begged
lawyer.
for money on the internet under false pretenses, did a GoFundMe, and then never got a lawyer?
Wow, she lied about having a lawyer. Oh my god.
brother! And then she posted it online by accident?
What can I say? You're welcome.
Guys, imagine fucking being able to read. But if you look at the rest of this, it also says, at the conclusion of the trial, the court took the matter under advisement to review the testimony on all exhibits before rendering a decision. That doesn't say a decision has been made. It said it wants to review before rendering the decision.
I think so. If you play the video, it will show you more screenshots. I think so. She puts a little more of the screenshots.
There's
I
like
think.
more pages.
But she will never ever address what the actual issue is.
Hold on, I'm
think
gonna mute you.
Yeah, because I'm very
Working
irritated.
together.
Oh, that takes.
Plaintiff asserts further that defendants referring to other individuals who have been found in violation of the stalking statute is sufficient to find defendant committed stalking against her as well. Her theory is that, you know what, I'm gonna have to go over this another day. Because I have to,
Yeah, that's
zoom
fine.
zoom this around. We'll have to,
Yeah.
I'll take a look
That's
at these
fine.
another time.
Yeah, maybe you can do that when you cover Rennell's shit. You can do that then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perhaps. We'll take a look at it, and I'll actually, like, I'll grab this link from you and pin it in,
Yeah.
so that way I
sure.
have it for later. Bookmark it. We'll take
Yeah.
a look at it, but I can't add the bookmark. Why can't I add the bookmark?
I don't know.
She's probably got me blocked. She likes to talk a lot of shit from behind a block, pussy. Alright, that's fine. I have more
What
than
can
one
I
way.
say? You're welcome.
I have more than one
She
way
gives
to
me exactly
fucking
what I
continue.
want.
I
She
can't
gives me
believe
exactly
she
what I
actually
want.
accidentally fucking posted a fucking clip that shows that she didn't fucking get a lawyer after she e-begged and got a bunch of fucking money from
Actually, you
people.
can download that Twitter video if you want.
Yeah,
to.
I'll
Hold on,
worry about it
download
later.
for you.
But good God,
I'll do it
Rennell.
for you.
So we have to assume that nothing was getting appealed or nothing was getting... Because, like, that's how it works, right? Erin was gonna appeal her decision, which means that Charla would have an opportunity to appeal, or... And I guess Erin talked about filing for, getting her stuff relooked at,
Did she
right?
really?
She talked
Did
about it.
she?
I don't know if she did it. She talked about it. She
I don't
did-
think
she has-
so. She talks a lot. She
Unless
talks a
that's
fucking lot.
part
We
of-
know that.
Well, unless it's part of this paperwork. If it's part of this, and this is her attempt at refiling, right? If this
I
is
don't
her...
know, but this sounds like a response or some sort of type, right?
Well, it is, but she would get a response. Like, if she filed
Hmm.
to, like, have her stuff, like, appealed, there would be a hearing, right? Usually.
Probably, yeah.
So, it
Yeah.
could be that. So, maybe that's what Erin did. I don't know. But that means that Charla has every opportunity to refile as well, and...
Oh, here we
So,
go. Yeah,
like I
these
said-
people, these are the ones who want to be left alone, by the way.
Like I said at the
These are the
beginning...
people.
Like I said at the beginning,
Yeah.
the wheels of justice turn slowly. On the other hand, I would
Very
like to
slowly.
point out, as much as Rennell is bitching and moaning, she hasn't, like, asked us to stop.
Not even once.
Not even once.
No, never sent us even a DM or an email to say, okay, I'm embarrassed to tell you to ask you in public, so maybe I'll ask you in private.
Yeah, the bartender claimed she was going to file an appeal on the restraining order. Yeah, she claimed she was, but I haven't seen any evidence that she did. From my
I don't believe her.
understanding
She
for-
talks a lot.
Well, from my understanding, for an appeal, you have to get the transcripts. And
Yes.
and Erin was complaining about the price of the transcripts, e-begging. I guess Rennell wasn't willing to help her out because she was busy buying a Tesla
Tesla
Like
for her
a-
kid. Yeah, right.
like a cunt.
Yeah,
The only people who are buying Teslas right now are
are
cunts.
the Nazis. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nazis and cunts. Yes.
Well, those are in this case, the
Uh,
same thing. Not mutually exclusive.
Exactly.
But
And yeah, before people like there was also a fair point like brought up by someone who was like, well, what was it? I think so. They said something like, having I don't know. I will come back with it later. I had a brain fart. Sorry guys. But it was something like separating someone who's trying to sympathize with someone who is Nazis and saying that if they're sympathizing with Nazis that makes them a Nazi, and they were saying to
Yeah.
me that there's a little distinction there, and I kind of explained to them when I was covering Renel's shit. I was just like,
yeah.
Renel specifically said that she doesn't care about the fascism.
She
So
doesn't
that's what
care
it
about
is.
the fascism and the policies. She only cares about how they feel about being accurately called the thing that they are.
Exactly.
It's
So
almost like it's
that's why we have,
detrimental to be called a Nazi for some reason.
yeah.
Probably all those
And
policies and fascism she doesn't care about.
and now we see that she's buying her kid a Tesla. So okay, but I welcome these questions. These are nuanced questions and these are nuanced discussions that we should have, but not on Dumb Fact Friday.
Well, my original video about Renel was asking the question: at what point does your sympathizing just make you a Nazi?
Yeah,
that was
what's
a
that?
that
Yeah,
was the
what's that
question of the
point?
video. And Terrador said, "Remember when Nazis made good cars? Petrich Farms remembers." That was because those were the German ones. These are apartheid South Africans
So funny.
and
like,
Americans.
yeah. So we do welcome questions. We do welcome pushback. That's very good, and we will never ever hold it against you. Good pushback is what we need so that we can make our argument stronger.
and have
free
those
to do
better
that.
conversations that
Yeah,
that we
but
can
just
have.
don't come in our stream and try to like threaten us with anything like Frankie did last time when I was doing a live stream. So,
Tell
yeah,
me
don't do
about
that.
Frankie, because I missed that.
Oh, you missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was live somewhere else. On
Oh
Top
yeah,
Hats
I
Off,
know
think.
you were.
Yeah.
Yes, Frankie, this person Frankie.
Wait, was
came in
that
and
when
just
you were
started
covering the
saying-
videos we were just talking about? That's why I missed it?
Yeah.
Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. All right, I've put it together in my brain now. Sorry, go ahead. What happened with Frankie?
So
Whoever that
Frankie,
is.
there's this account that came in the live chat and they started saying that you and I are using Charla for
Okay.
views and clicks, and that we should.
Yeah, that's why you can see her
drop
name in
everything.
all of my titles.
Yeah.
I don't talk
Right?
about
And,
Charla. The
don't
closest
talk
I
about Charla,
ever
we talk
came
about-
the closest I ever came to talking about Charla was I gave my impression of her as a person when I met her in person in Kansas.
Yeah.
That was I think that's the only time I've ever talked about Charla. Otherwise, I've simply been talking about what these fucking people do publicly. Charla's name is irrelevant. Like, and even Aaron or Renel's name are irrelevant because they could be anybody. It doesn't really matter. What we're talking about is the behaviors. What we're talking about is the inconsistencies. What we're talking about is this narrative and behavior that they're trying to push, and they're trying to pretend this victimhood mentality. This idea that they're Don Quixote. Every single one of them is a Don Quixote. They have a made-up villain in their head, and they're trying to fight it, and it's actually just been a windmill the entire time. There's nothing there. It's just a normal thing doing a normal
some
thing.
sort of like these.
They
big
think they're
celebrity
heroes.
influencers
There's
who are
these
being
knights, and they're
stalked
like,
or something like that, and that they deserve sympathy, and their victimhood is some sort of content.
people actually still think Renelle is a good person, and this bitch just grifted the fuck out of people.
Yeah. Also, if I might say, what was I gonna say?
Zero chance they know
yeah,
that
so Frankie-
reference. Yeah.
Frankie comes in and
You're right.
starts, and then she says, "Oh yeah, you will." They say something along the lines of, "Oh, you will see what you guys will end up you and I will end up somewhere with that we will not like." And I was like, "Are you threatening us?" No, this is not a threat. I'm like, I put it on the screen. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Then what are you
Don't come around
talking
threatening
about?
us. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And
you're
then
gonna
they
end
left.
up somewhere
I was
you
like,
don't
okay.
like. You mean there's consequences to our actions? Yeah, we know that. That's why we're consistent. That's why we go through and make sure
Ash-
we have screenshots and check what we're saying.
Yeah. Ash Scott said something from the live chat. I don't know what they're trying to say. Can you make a sense of it for me?
Nazis don't even make sense. It's slang
Doesn't
and
even-
specifically refers to Hitler and his supporter/slunky. Without invading Poland, you're not a Nazi, just a douche.
without invading Poland, you're not a Nazi?
Yeah, Germany invaded Poland. That's what started World War II.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
But Nazi
saying
is a
that-
slang?
Ash is saying the term's been watered down to not just mean
Oh, okay.
fascism. Like so the difference between a Nazi and a neo-Nazi.
A neo-Nazi. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was like, can you double read that for me?
I
Just,
would
like,
be
went
more
over
willing
my
to
head.
separate a neo-Nazi from a Nazi like a couple of years ago, like Trump's first term. But now
Yeah.
they're talking about invading Greenland. Their policies are so laughably
For
fucking
me-
evil that it's like, nah, this is just a Nazi.
For me, that whatever that is,
You're gonna end up in
those are
Indiana.
just stunts. I think those are just stunts. That's what like Trump government is doing. They're just like they're just doing stunts.
I don't know what
So-
that means. That's a conversation for another day. We can elaborate on that on next
Yeah.
Saturday,
Hold
not
on.
tomorrow.
I want to see.
So, by the way, if you
Yeah.
are curious about Nazis and fascism and like the shenaniganry going on, I actually do have a PhD in chemistry, somebody from Germany coming on to talk about what is fascism.
I mean,
over
you've
on
got like actual
Debate Hub.
people who have studied this and know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, he's a PhD
Oh.
in chemistry, but so not the most.
Well, they
relevant
know how to
field.
do their research and stuff, unlike John Hamill, I guess. Right?
John
So-
Hamill, who puts up the thing that counters the person who's trying to agree with him on screen, being like, "Yeah."
Okay, hold on. I think so. I'll find that screenshot for you that I had. That Frankie, I put up about Frankie when they came in, like, you know. Let me see. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, guys. Since we are. Well,
I just opened the meme chat in Discord. I'm gonna. They fucking Hector. I think Athens posted the original picture, but then Hector fucking added JD Vance into the weird JD Vance edit in the corner.
oh no, JD Vance.
And then Crusher. No, open the link.
What happened?
I'm showing it.
Oh, oh God, no. What the fuck, guys?
Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. It's only
Okay,
Nazism if
like-
it comes from. Well, it's the are you even German though? You have to be German
Are
to be
you
a
even
Nazi.
German, though?
But like,
Oh my
brother
God.
in Christ, Hitler wasn't
Yeah.
German.
And this is what they said. Frankie Cole was the name, and they said, Sharla, you do rewatch with these two, don't give a shit about you. They have been using you this entire time. I guess they were typing fast, they were typos. And then they said, Sharla, make them stop saying your name and see if your problems go away. And I'm like, excuse me?
First off, how would she do that?
Yeah, why? She doesn't control us.
Well, she
They've
hasn't
said that
even,
again and
she hasn't
again.
been able to get Aaron to stop with a fucking court order. How's she gonna stop us?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
But
huh?
on the other hand,
Nani?
how what makes you think
gave you
Charla's
the-
watching?
Timestamp.
And next off, I mean, maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. But like, also
She does. She
We're
is
not
never. She's not-
talking about her.
Exactly. So that's why I was like, this sounds like a threat. Like. And then they disappeared. I was like, okay, bye.
Yeah, Noodles is right. So people are harassing Charlotte because her name comes up on here about things they're doing to her. Naughty. Right.
That poor woman cannot even exist. Like in reference. Like if someone is
Yeah.
trying to like, refer to what she has gone through, the harassment.
You know what a lot of this
Ascot
is?
said-
You know what a lot of this is with this group?
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. coping so hard. Coping and seething. You
I mean, like, Renelle thinks that she got a win in court, and then she tries to use it to frame me for getting her kid beaten up at school. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just take your win.
And it's like it
But
it
here-
just
and-
puts her own whole situation in jeopardy. Let me just explain this. She says because she didn't get a restraining order, so she didn't harass Charlotte. So because Aaron, Steve, and all got a restraining order, so they definitely harassed Charlotte, right?
Right. Well, and then
Right?
on top of
By her
that,
logic.
she doesn't understand our criticism. The court deciding one thing or another is a matter of legal issue. It says nothing about our criticism. There are lots of things that happen that are immoral and aren't okay, but aren't illegal. I said this at the beginning of when I started covering the fucking legal part of this. As soon as I started covering the legal part of this, I said, if Charlotte does not win these cases, I will think that this is a miscarriage of justice. But now Renelle is saying her case was dismissed and that I was admonished in court, in a court hearing I wasn't at? What was I saying initially about fucking miscarriages? Exactly. And then again, on top of that, the law does not dictate what is moral and not moral, and what behavior is or is not okay. It simply defines the law. Laws change, and laws get adapted over time, especially when it comes to the internet. Those laws need to catch up.
It's about being a fucking decent human being, which you guys are not. You guys are not good human beings. You guys are bullies. What happened?
Oh, Crusher got you good.
What? What did he do now? Oh god, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh my god, they're so good. They're so good. I love this song. I adore them. They're so adorable.
Wonderful. Anyway, it's almost like the argument is too complicated for any of these dip fucks to understand. But that doesn't surprise me. John's too stupid. Veda's definitely too stupid. Veda is smarter than Aaron, so that means Aaron is definitively too stupid.
Yeah.
And Renelle is just mean. Like, she's just a bitch. Like, she's just
Aaron
mean.
is.
And she just tries to hide it beneath this incredibly shallow veneer. That she just pretends she's a good person, and anybody with 2 brain cells paying attention to anything going
Renelle
on.
is also like that. She's a mean bitch.
Yeah, she's
in
just
my
mean.
stream tomorrow, you will see that. I'll when I do my stream tomorrow, you will see that I'll demonstrate how like they pretend that they care about people when actually they're not. They don't.
No, they don't. Not at all. It's performative.
It's performative, and when you actually sit down,
It's
and
to
listen
performative so they
listen
can
and
make
process
money and get clout on the internet. Why else would
and
she
buy
need
Teslas for their kids.
Why else would she need to
while
eBay
begging for
and
money.
grift people when she has clearly had the money, then to not even use the money for the thing she was trying to grift for? What the fuck? I didn't, I figured that we were gonna cover some shit, but I didn't realize we were gonna get that big of an expose on this particular Dumb Fuck Friday. What a dumb fuck!
Yeah.
Renelle wins dumb fuck today. Good job, Renelle. You're a dumb fuck.
Are we gonna go back and do the dumb fuck of the year awards? Are we?
Fuck ass
Welcome back
Nazi
to Dumb Fuck
bitch.
Friday,
Jesus Christ.
Dumb.
Anyway, let's get on out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. Borg has been a member for 2 months. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Says, when will Dr. Tregan's Volume 15 book series on how species bone come out? The Borg Collective would like to know for assimilation purposes. Soon. We're gonna have to find out if Dr. Tregan's even still alive. Maybe we'll find out next Friday. Sar, also, who's been a member for 15 months, speaking of our crew, Sar as a member, says, it's nice to be around. Thanks for making me happy. I'm glad you had a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed Dumb Fuck Friday. Hopefully our show will be back more regularly in the near future, but it is not this day. So this was a special one.
This was a special one. We are testing the waters. I've got my new system, my new PC, so it's working good, and I'm not having problems with it. So yeah, let's see. I'm still doing my diploma, so I'm still stuck with my assignments. And this semester it's a research assignment, so that's why we are just testing the waters at the moment. Depending on how much time I have on my hands. So yeah, the stream that I'm doing tomorrow is because I'm trying to get my brain wrinkles back. That's what I'm trying to do, and I need respite, so that's what I'm trying to do with these two shows today and tomorrow.
Alicia,
So, yeah.
who's been a member for 41 months, Jesus fucking
Oh,
Christ. I miss Dumbfuck Friday
nice.
so much. This was grand. Hopefully we'll have another one again soon and we'll be back at it. But just so you guys know what's going on, I definitely recommend checking out Debate Hub's conversation with Sly. It was a really
Please
good
do.
conversation. But tomorrow
Yes.
I'll be on with Gio and we're going to talk about what is fashion. So if you are confused about what I'm talking about when I'm describing Ranel and these policies and these things, come and join us. We're gonna walk through it. We're gonna like bang through all the points and discuss them and what we're seeing politically. I'll also be on Low Energy Vids on the 28th. Just dicking around playing games.
Looks like Tesh has a calendar.
I have a calendar. It's over here.
Oh my god.
On the 29th, Becca is going to join. We're going to be talking about education and autism and ADD and like how the effect of what's going on in America is affecting
You
those kinds of
mean
things.
that when people say that attention deficit disorder and people like don't want to call it a disorder because they don't want to stigmatize people with ADD, it somehow makes the person uneducated. Like, do ask her that question for me, or maybe I'll join the live chat.
Yeah, write it down for me. Top hats off. I'll be on playing Star Trek. So if you're interested in Star Trek
nice.
RPGs, we run around, we have a good time. It gets really silly. I am a cat herding cats. The crew is a bunch of children. And the 31st, if you want to hear Manya talk more about politics and what these sort of situations have on effect on a greater whole, Landon, Dapper, and Manya will be live with me talking politics and world news and all of that good shit.
You've got so much for you.
On the 31st, which will be not this Saturday, next Saturday. So make sure you subscribe to Debate Hub. Otherwise, if you're looking for me, I'll be here being a shithead.
Chillin'.
Apparently being admonished by a judge and gathering children to beat up other children.
Oh god.
In my bunny suit.
Are you sure you're hurting cats or you're hurting flirkins? Just be sure of that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all have a good day.
Guys.
Enjoy your weekend, and Manya will be live here tomorrow. Let's
Alrighty.
roll it. Let's roll it, Manya. Vroom, vroom.
Rolling. Let's go.
Welcome back to Dumbfuck Friday. Dumbfuck Friday. Dumbfuck Friday.
It's going to be fun.